Okay. Let's see. Brightness. Let's up the brightness here. Okay. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's see. Okay. The filters. All right. Ooh, 2 people in the stream already. Wow, that's great. Give me a second. I just have to adjust the thing. I have to adjust this thing in the bobber. Actually, hold on. Oh, hey, baby Medusa. Welcome to the stream. I'm just setting stuff up for now. Maybe I should have done this prior to starting the stream, but you get a bell for joining the stream. I don't want to like seem like I'm neglecting you. Like I very much appreciate you being in the stream this early and stuff like that. So I'll probably change the green screen. There we go. Oh my god. Oh no. It's minimizing. Let's see. Welcome everyone to the stream. This is just the first little portion of it where I'm focusing on the camera and stuff like that. I have an idea. Oh hell yeah, I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius. I am a genius. Guys, if there's one thing you should know about today's stream is that I am a genius. That is one thing you should know about today's stream. Or am I not? Am I not? Oh! Yeah, okay. We're gonna vibe with that. Let's see if I can get a little leverage here. I'm so sorry. Okay. Welcome everyone to the stream. My name is Ken 3 times. I am the host of the Ikwanastahab, or the Brethren of Golden English. And today we are, wow, I look so white. Okay. And today we're going to be reading Liber 65 by Alistair Crowley. You're gonna get a bell, Medusa, for joining the chat. If anyone would like to enter in the chat and get a bell, they shall. But yeah. There we go. That's much better. All right. All right, folks. Welcome everyone to the stream. Actually, I have a better idea in mind. Give me a second. Yes, sirski. answer's key. There you go. Now I just need to. There we go. Perfect. Now we're perfect. Now we're in a good position now. Yeah, now we're in a nice position. Hopefully. But welcome everyone to the stream. Yo, what's good, party people? We're gonna start reading Liber 65 in about 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes. We're gonna read Liber 65. I'm just getting some stuff set up at the moment. Getting some stuff adjusted. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do regarding this. Regarding today's video, regarding today's live stream. Welcome everyone to the stream. If you haven't yet, comment down below and I will strike the bell for you. I'll strike the bell like so. Oh no, now where's my thing? Oh, there it is. Maybe I should put it over here. Actually, thank you all for your patience, by the way. I appreciate y'all's patience. But that one's good too. I like that one as well. So, let's see if I can get a better Phantom Troop photo. Hold up. There we go. There we frickin' go. I'm loving this. I'm loving the stream layout. I'm loving it. Baby Medusa, are you Harpo by any chance? Oh, Anna, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You get a bell for entering the chat for the first time. Oh, here. I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, I'm just setting up some stuff right now, setting up some candles, setting up some ceremonies. Welcome everyone, welcome up to the stream. Welcome up, welcome everybody to the stream. So, yeah. I have a candle here. Just setting up the stream layout. All right. Candle light up. All right, bet. Actually, this special stream, I should probably. Yeah, I probably can see that a little bit flickering by me. But yeah, we're gonna start now. I'm gonna start reading Liber 65 in a second. But I have some notes I'm gonna be taking too. So, yeah. Comeback stream. I'm not expecting too much. Comeback stream. I'm not expecting too much viewers or expecting too much traction, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. We're gonna see. Guys, look. Oh, hold up. Let me turn the green screen off for a second. Guys, look. Ararita. The Ararita hexagram on the LRH. But, yeah, okay, we might as well start now. So if anyone has any stuff they'd like to say before we start the stream or before we start reading Liber 65, and speak now for hold your peace. But yeah, we're gonna start the stream now. It's only been 10 minutes, so I mean, like, maybe I'm just being a greedy bastard again. But yeah, we gotta get back to the basics. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I should bring the. I don't want it to overheat my phone. I don't know if that's even possible, but I want y'all to see the. Look at this, guys. I have this in the background. I want to show it in the. I want to show it in the main frame, but like, it's too dangerous if I did that. So. Huh. Wait. So yeah, we're gonna start the stream up. Check the candle out, guys. Gotta dig out the remainder of wax. You guys know when you have like a candle holder and it gets like wax stuck in there and stuff like that? It's so annoying. But yeah, we're starting. Give me a second. We're supposed to start like such a long time ago. I'm sorry, yo. I'm off my game. I'm off my rocker right now. I'm not off my rocker, but I'm off my game for sure. Game is game though, folks. Game is game. I want y'all to understand that. Game is motherfucking game. You heard it flicker like that? Sick. Let's see. That. I'm the GOAT. For real skis, I'm the GOAT. Okay, hell yeah, that's way better. Okay. Yeah, alright. So if y'all are unfamiliar with Liber 65, all three of y'all, Liber 65 is a. Oh, you guys can see a little bit of the candle. Liber 65 is a guidebook, not necessarily a guidebook, but it's a Thelemic holy text that concerns K and C, or knowledge and conversation of one's holy guardian angel, and the symbolism of Adonai, which is my Lord in Hebrew. So, yes, sir. Uh, the holy guardian angel is basically like the higher genius behind the self and behind the ego, and is the inspiration behind the things that we do as individuals. So yeah, we're gonna start off. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. The five chapters the 5 chapters of Liber 65 refer to the 5 elements. Chapter 1, earth. Chapter 2, air. Chapter 3, water. Chapter 4, fire. And chapter 5, spirit. Each shows this element in the light of the relation between the Adeptus Minor and his holy guardian angel. Thus, in chapter 1, the material world, or the sensible aspect of nature, is shown to be a mere symbolic picture of something altogether different. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am the heart, and the snake is entwined about the invisible core of the mind. Rise, O my snake, it is now the hour of the hooded and holy ineffable flower. Rise, O my snake, into the brilliance of bloom, on the corpse of Osiris afloat in the tomb. O heart of my mother, my sister, my own, you are given to the Nile, to the terror typhoon. On me, but the glory of the ravening storm, enswaves thee and wraps thee in frenzy of form. Be still, O my soul, that the spell may dissolve, as the wands are upraised and the aeons revolve. Behold in my beauty how joyous you are, O snake that the caresses the crown of my heart. Behold, we are one in the tempest of years, goes down to the dusk and the beetle appears. O beetle, the drone of thy dolorous note, be ever the trance of this tremulous throat. I await the waking of the summons on high, from a Lord Adonai, from a Lord Adonai. So this commentary says, this is Crowley's commentary, by the way. But the commentary says that poem is the invocation of Kundalini. Va'ada passes away to the natural world and blooms as a lotus. They seize and enter the midnight silence where he adores Kepra, then he awaits the coming of his guardian angel. The guardian angel spoke to the adept, saying, there must be ever division in the word, for the colors are many, but the light is one. Therefore you writest that which is of mother of emerald, and of lapis lazuli, and of turquoise, and of alexandrite. Another writeth the words of topaz, and of deep amethyst, and of grey sapphire, and of a deep sapphire which with a tinge as of blood. Therefore do you fret yourself because of this. Be not contented with the image. I who am the image of an image say this. Debate not of the image, saying beyond, beyond. One mounteth onto the crown by the moon and by the sun, and by the arrow and by the foundation, and by the dark home of the stars of the black earth. Not otherwise may you reach unto the smooth point, nor it is fitting for the cobbler to pray of the royal matter. O cobbler, mend me to the shoe that I may walk. O king, if I be your son, let us speak of the embassy to the king your brother. So the commentary for verses 2 to 11 says, the angel says, each man sees nature in his own particular way. What he sees is only an image. All images must be ignored. The adept must aspire single-heartedly to the smooth point, which is the crown chakra. This matter cannot be discussed in common language. The king must speak of kingly things in a kingly way. So I'm going to write a note for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna write a note. So the first note I'm gonna write, guys, is let's see. Ignore visual phenomenon and aspire to the crown chakra. Okay. The crown chakra. Ignore visual phenomenon and aspire to the crown chakra. That's what we learned so far. Then there was silence. Speech had done with us a while. There is a light so strenuous that it's not perceived as a light. Silence, the adept reports his impressions. The highest degree of any given kind of energy surpasses the receptive power of the observer. Thus, it appears as if some other order. This is my favorite line from Liber 65. It's coming up right here. Wolf's bane is not so sharp as steel, yet it pierces the body more subtly. And that means that the subtler the form of energy, the more potent, but it is less easily observed. Even as evil kisses corrupt the blood, so do my words devour the spirit of man. Truth destroys the reason, is the commentary for that. I breathe, and there is infinite disease in the spirit. Life disturbs the placidity of the mind's acceptance of dead symbols as reality. As an acid eats into steel, as a cancer that utterly corrupts the body, so am I into the spirit of man. The knowledge and conversation of of the holy guardian angel gives new and higher form of energy, which destroys the grosser types of existence. I shall not rest until I have dissolved it all. The process continues until complete, is the commentary for that. So also the light that is absorbed, one absorbs little and is called white and listening, one absorbs all and is called black. Phenomenon result from resistance to love, perfect union is silent. Therefore, O my darling, are you black? O my beautiful, I have likened you to a jet Nubian slave, a boy of melancholy eyes. O the filthy one, the dog, they cry against you because you are my beloved. Uh, the adept being perfectly adeptus minor appears evil. Happy are they that praise you, for they see you with my eyes. Those who understand all this work praise the adept. Not aloud shall they praise you, but in the night watch one shall steal clothes, and grip you with the secret grip, another shall privily cast a crown of violets over you, a third shall greatly dare, and press mad lips to you. Yeah, the night shall cover all, the night shall cover all. They do so in secret ways. You were long seeking me. You did run forward so fast that I was unable to come up with you. Oh, you darling fool, what bitterness you did crown your days withal. Now I am with you, I will never leave your being, for I am the soft sinuous one entwined about you, heart of gold. Union once made is permanent. So that's another note I'm gonna make. Union with HGA is permanent. My head is jeweled with 12 stars. My body is white as milk of the stars. It is bright with the blue of the abyss of the stars invisible. The angel is crowned with the zodiac. His body is that of Nuit. I have found that which could not be found. I have found a vessel of quicksilver. Stability has been found on the basis of continual change, is what that line means. You shall instruct your servant in his ways. You shall speak often with him. Seems an commentary says seems an injunction to the holy guardian angel to keep in close touch with the adept. The scribe looks upward and cries, "Amen! You have spoken it, Lord God." The adept accepts it as a definite promise. Further, the guardian angel spoke unto the adept and said, uh, "Let us take our delight in the multitude of men. Let us shape unto ourselves a boat of mother of pearl from them, that we may ride upon the river of Amrit. Um, this is a proposal to view phenomena from a new standpoint. Okay, you get a bell for joining the stream, but I will answer that later. Actually, I'll probably answer that now. We can take a little break and answer some questions, but what's your opinions on being gay? My friend Rafai came out of the closet. I don't know how I should treat him now. He had a wife. Uh, the Equanas Tahab is LGBTQ neutral, meaning that if you come out as gay to me, I'm not gonna like congratulate you for it, but I'm not gonna condemn you for it either. I'm gonna be completely neutral to it. And like I know what you're about to say. There's like glaring scriptures that like condemn like homosexuality, but I don't read scriptures literally by any means, and I don't read them moralistically either, right? So it's like I read them astrologically and magically. So it's like if people are getting morals from like these 1,000-year-old stories and stuff like that, I probably question them a little bit, question their integrity a little bit. But my general opinions on homosexuality is pretty neutral. Like I I don't really, it doesn't matter to me, really. Like if your friend comes out as gay, you the best question you should ask to him is, are you gonna use that in a? Because I think all sexuality across the board has both creative and destructive properties. I find, so it's like the way I see it is that whether your friend is like gay or straight, you shouldn't question the ethics of that. You should question the right usage of that. You should question if they're continuing to chase after lust or not, because some people will say that homosexuality across the board is always lustful, like no matter what context it is, even if in context of love, or in context of a union of love, it's still lustful. But I'm a little bit more lenient towards that. I do think love comes in uh in different shapes and sizes. So I'm open to the idea that love can come in the form of two men or two women. I'm not like crazy over it. I'm not like positive about it, but I'm not like negative about it either. Like I don't care. Like I don't think anyone should care, because it's like it's in Western society, and this is kind of pertinent to what we're reading a little bit, just a little bit, but different shapes and sizes. Yeah, a bit suspicious, I know, but um, yeah, I mean, like, to me, like, it doesn't. It matters more how you're using your sexuality, more than less than what it is, right? It matters how you're using it. To me, if you're homosexual but you're still a lustful piece of shit, then I'm not gonna support that. I'm not gonna stand for that. But you know, if you have self control, and if you have like a moderation, I'm not gonna tell you how you should indulge in your pleasure, right? I'm not gonna tell you how. I'm not gonna police how you indulge in your pleasure, because to me that's just wrong. You know, because I have some pretty weird taste myself. I wouldn't want somebody to like police me on my orientation or why what I like. Oh, welcome to the stream, Sir Mike. You get a bell for joining the stream. But yeah, I personally don't care. Like it's not even like I'm all for it, I'm all like gangsta. I don't care. Like I just don't care. Like I don't think anyone, like I said, I don't think anyone should care what you like behind closed doors, because I think that's very irrelevant to who you are as a person. It's it's a singing bowl. It's like a policy on the stream. If someone comments for the first time, they get a strike of the bell. So, yeah. should a good bell. Yeah, but for me, like I've always been like very indifferent towards like same sex kind of attraction. Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, of course. Like I know what you're probably thinking, but Sodom and Gomorrah and Leviticus 18:22 and Leviticus 20:13 and Romans chapter 1 and First Corinthians 6:9 and like I know all these scriptures and it's like I'm aware of them. Like I'm aware of these scriptures. But remember, I'm not an orthodox practitioner, so it's like for me, the scriptures are not moral compasses for me. The scriptures are magic books. They're books of occult practices. So I derive my morals from another place, right? So it's like, yeah, I personally just don't care. Like I personally just do not care. So, um, yeah, that's my overall stance. The Iguanas Tahab is LGBTQ neutral. It's not pro, it's not anti, it is neutral. And I think most people should be neutral towards what other people like because honestly, as long as there's not like degrees of harm, like high degrees of harm to it, like I think being straight has just as much harm potential. I think being straight has just as much potential harm as being gay, because the reason why I say that is because it's all about how you use it, right? It's all about how you harness it and put it in the right direction. But yeah, you're welcome for answering the question. Where were we again? I think it was okay. You shall instruct, live and let live. Not even that. I might even like think. I might even like. I'm not even just live and let live. Like it's more of like. I'm reading Liber 65. Liber Cordis Sinti Serpente, the heart girt with a serpent. It's by Aleister Crowley. It's yeah, it's an occult text. It's a story. It's a scripture about the relationship between an adept magician and their higher genius or the guardian angel. Magic. Oh, are you new to the? Oh, okay. True. I didn't realize that you're new to the thing. Welcome to the stream. You get a bell. Yeah, this is a ceremonial magic channel. We do the hands say it all. We do this. That's what we do. Bro, me doing that after made a comment about being gay is crazy. Yo! Double cup, styrofoam pulled up, and she looked bad in the Maybach truck. The boat butt cost 10 to fit up. Oh, I was just singing a song. Not the hands. Talk to the hand. The hand understands. Let me see. We're gonna try to get at least chapter 1 done, hopefully today. But yeah, we're gonna try to get at least chapter 1 done. We're not even an hour on the stream, so I mean like, if y'all want to keep the questions coming, y'all can. So it's like yeah. Just make it somewhat relevant to the text. The reason why I was nice enough to answer that question is because we're gonna get a little bit of a revelation towards the end of the chapter regarding homosexuality. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Um, Let us take our delight in the multitude of men. Let us shape ourselves onto a boat of mother pearl from them, that we may ride upon the river of Amrit, which means proposal to view phenomena from a new standpoint. You see it, your petal of amaranth, blown by the wind from the low sweet brows of Hathor. The magister saw it and rejoiced in the beauty of it. Listen. From a certain world came an infinite wail. The falling petals seemed to the little one a wave to engulf one's a wave to engulf their continent. Two points of view as a girl's smile involves the death of many cells in her body. So they will reproach the servant, saying, "Who has set you to save us?" The above explains why men should resent their Savior. They misinterpret his acts as destructive. He will be sore distressed. He in his human mind is distressed at this. All they understand not that you and I are fashioning a boat of mother of pearl. We will sail down the river of Amri, even to the U-growths of Yama, where we may rejoice exceedingly. The joy of men shall be our silver gleam, the woe our blue gleam, all in the mother of pearl. But the whole relation, i.e., like the whole relation of saving humanity, is an illusion. In reality, the angel and adept are simply arranging to sail through eternity together. The work of the adept in redeeming mankind is only an image seen as he fashions his mother of pearl. So basically, this to me, like, I gotta stop here and rant about this. This to me is the most prolific part about the chapter because it's basically saying that our pursuit of redeeming humanity is actually kind of like it's like a byproduct of us reaching our higher genius. So when we're getting into contact with our higher genius, there's an illusion of us trying to redeem humanity in the process of actually just getting closer to ourselves, which I think is a really unique stance on things. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's a pretty interesting take, I think. So yeah. The scribe wrote there, he spake, O Adonai and my master, I have borne the inkhorn and the pen without pay, in order that I might search this river of Amrit, and sail unto you as one of you. This I demand for my fee, that I partake in the echo of your kisses. And immediately it was granted unto him. So the commentary for that is, the human mind demands to be relieved of its sorrow by seeing nature in this light on the ground, but it serves the masters of unselfish devotion. No, but not therewith was he content. By an infinite abasement unto shame did he strive. Then a voice, the mind, demanded complete relief. You strive as ever, even in your yielding, you strive as to yield, and lo, you yield us not. Go you on to the outermost places and subdue all things. Subdue your fear and disgust, then yield. The method, know everything possible, become indifferent to all. This attained becomes perfectly passive. Now, I feel like in terms of like becoming perfectly passive, one of my friends has explained to me that in relation to the guardian angel is the active principle and we are the passive. Meaning that the guardian angel is kind of like giving things to us and we have to be able to open to receive it, right? So, there was a maiden that strayed among the corn and sighed. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to skip over this. This is kind of explicit. Then the scribe knew the narcissus in his heart, but because it came not to his lips, therefore was he shamed and spake no more. I was seized by the impulse to adore beauty and felt ashamed by my inability to write a poem on the spot which would be worthy of the theme. The guardian angel spoke again to the adept and said, "The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The earth is ripe for vintage. Let us eat of her grapes and be drunken thereon." An elaborate parable and dialogue. Okay. So verse 50 to 58 is a parable. The angel bids the adept rejoice in certain events which are about to occur on the earth. And the adept answered and said, "O my lord, my dove, my excellent one, how should this word seem unto the children of men?" The adept doubts whether his doctrine will be understood rightly by mankind. And our guardian angel answers the adept, "Not as you can see, It is certain that every letter of the cipher has some value, but who shall determine the value? For it varies ever according to the subtlety of him that made it. The angel agrees, but is more skeptical still, suggesting that any event may be taken as meaning anything. Sorry, the angel agrees, but is more skeptical still, suggesting that any event may be taken as meaning anything one chooses. That was a mouthful. um, and he answered him and said, Have I not the key thereof? I am clothed with the body of flesh. I am the one of the eternal and omnipotent God. The adept claims to be able to interpret a phenomenon rightly, but there is one special relation which is true, and all others false. He reminds the angel that he realizes himself as a unique being always identical with himself, alike in the lowest matter and the highest spirit. Then said the guardian angel, You have the hands of the hawk, you have the head of the hawk, the phallus of Osiris. You know the white, you know the black, and you know that these are one. But why seekest you the knowledge of their equivalents? The angel asked why one who possessed absolute sight and lordship and power to soar, who has creative energy able to fertilize nature, his mother, sister, and his wife, one who knows the pairs of opposites and the fact of their identity, should trouble to calculate the equations which express the relations between the illusory symbols of diversity. And the adept said, So that my work may be right. I think this is an important thing to expound upon too. So the guardian angel is basically telling the adept, you know that light and dark are pretty much the same thing. Why do you seek to reconcile the two? And the adept pretty much says, for righteousness' sake, for the sake of righteousness. For the sake of being righteous, we as humans basically study the relations between polarity, even though we know it's one spiritually, on a spiritual level. And I think that kind of speaks to volumes of certain things. But fuck do I know? Um, and the guardian angel said, The strong brown reaper swept his swathe and rejoiced. The wise man counted his muscles and pondered and understood not and was sad. Reap you and rejoice. The angel replies that such calculations lead one to believe in the reality of illusions, to become confused by their complex falsities, and ultimately mistrusting one's own powers, to fail to act for fear or making mistakes. Whereas it does not really matter what one does, since one set of illusions is just as good as another. The busyness of the adept is to do his work manfully and joyously, without lust of result or fear of accident. He should exercise his faculties to the full. The free fulfillment of their functions is sufficient justification. To become conscious of any organ, is evident that it is out of order. Difference between magic and magic. I'm still kind of figuring that out, to be honest. I wonder. I'm still kind of figuring that one out. I might have to search that up actually. That's one that I've been kind of like stumped on a little bit. And do you have a specific answer towards that? Because yeah, I know it has something to do with like the grade of it, I think, or like some of the stylization. Not even just like in spelling, but in like the intentions. But yeah, um, some people use magic with a K to like explain a certain grade of magic. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I had it explained to me all those years ago, like 5 years ago. I had it explained to me the difference between Magic and Magick. I had it explained to me all these years ago, but I'm not remembering it right now, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look back at my notes for that. Um, Hey, join the Discord server, and I'll be able to answer that question for you. Oh yeah, true. Then was the adept glad and lift his arm. Lo, an earthquake and plague, and terror of the earth, a casting down of them that sat in high places, a famine upon the multitude. The adept takes this advice and puts forth his energy. The apparent result of his work is disaster. And the grape fell ripe and rich into his mouth. But the whole idea of his relation with mankind as a redeemer proves phantasmagoric. The truth of the matter is that he has eaten the grape or begun to enjoy the banquet of his angel proposed in verse 50. Um, CFCCX 131. But yeah, stained is the purple of your mouth, O brilliant one, with the white glory of the lips of the guardian angel. Every act of the adept is really the kiss of his angel. Oh, okay. This is my favorite. It's one of my favorite lines in the thing. The foam of the grape is like the storm upon the sea. The ships tremble and shudder. The shipmaster is afraid. Which means the ecstasy of the relationship between the adept and his angel disperses normal thoughts. The ego fears to lose control of the course of his mind. This, of course, occurs in a less real sphere, that of normal consciousness. The ego is justly apprehensive, for this ecstasy will lead to a situation when its annihilation will be decreed so that the adept may cross the abyss and become the master of the temple. Remember that the ego is not really the center and crown of the individual. Indeed, the whole trouble arises from its false claim to be so. That is your drunkenness, O Holy One, and the winds whirl away at the soul of the scribe into the happy haven. The ecstasy of the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel brings peace to the soul of the scribe by impressing much energy on his thoughts that their normal conflict becomes negligible. Just as the person's antagonism in the oh. Just as the personal antagonism in the cavalry regiment are forgotten in the excitement of a charge. O Lord God, let the heaven cast me down by the fury of the storm. Let the foam of the great tincture my soul with your light. But the mind, knowing that the old quarrels will revive when the ecstasy is past, asks that this anesthesia may be removed. It aspires to enter into that rapture with every element of its being, no matter the pain. It knows that it can never be truly content until each separate fiber throws harmoniously that supreme enchantment. Bacchus grew old and was silentness. Pan was ever Pan, forever and ever, and more throughout the aeons. Oh, we're almost done. It knows that the lower types of intoxications were excitement, and end in stupor and senility. It demands the madness of Pan, the building of every particle of its being into a symbol to include all. The symbol is to combine the intelligence of man. Why are you yawning so much? With the omnipotence typified by horns, and the creative rapture of the leaping goat. This Pan is not intoxicated, but wholly insane, being beyond distinction as including all in itself. He is also immune to time, since whatever happens can only be within himself. But it is all events are equally the exercise of his functions, and therefore accompanied by rapture, since he has included all possibilities in his unity, so that any change is part of his life, an act of love under will. Smith. Abracadabra. Welcome to the stream. You get a bell for entering the stream. Man, Jesus is a god or a prophet. He's an archetype. Oh, Ray Coiler, welcome to the stream. You get a bell for entering the stream. Intoxicate the inmost. I said he's an archetype. He's a he's an emanation. Also, lower your tone, brother or sister. Lower your tone. This is not the stream for you if you don't know what that is. If you don't know what an emanation is, get out. Christ is an emanation. Intoxicate the inmost, O my lover, not the outermost. This is presumably once more the voice of the angel. He bids the adept pay less attention in the future to the transmutation of gross impressions into the raptures of union. The greater work is to cause the unconscious to interpenetrate with the angel, for such is the ultimate sacrament. The adept is only too liable to be contented with the conscious joy of causing just those thoughts which have always been the source of error to glow with purity and splendor at the touch of the angel, but it is far more important to renounce those rewards, ineffable, holy, and delightful, though they be in order to protect the innermost self, to purge it of personality and unite it with the universe, though such attainment lies too deep for direct conscious apprehension. Oh yeah, my bad. Don't worry. I was just kind of speeding through that one. I'm sorry. I was kind of speeding through that one. But we're gonna get into the last we're gonna get into the last verse. We're almost done chapter 1. But yeah. So is it ever the same. I have aimed at the peeled wand of my God, and I have hit, yeah, I have hit. In a secret code, the adept affirms that he is of the same sex as his angel. It is not a union of opposites to presume a tertium quid, but a realization of identity, like the return of consciousness from delirium, whose ecstasy bears no fruit, involving new responsibilities, new possibilities of sorrow, but is all sufficient to itself, with neither past nor future. I don't worship Jesus. Um, yeah, what's it called? The peeled one is the creative energy of the angel, stripped of all veils, pointing to the zenith, ready and eager to act. The adept exclaims with joy that he has aspired to unite himself with this idea and has attained. Thus concludes the description of. Let me just get rid of this guy real quick. Hold up. Put user in timeout. 24 hours. Bye. Come with arguments, don't come with dogma. The adept, this concludes the description of the relations of the adept and his angel, so far as the element of earth, the concrete and manifest aspect of nature is concerned. The whole illusion has been destroyed. The bread has become the body of God. Yet this is but the lowest form of existence. In the next chapter, we shall understand how the mind, as distinct from matter of thought, is concentrated and sanctified by the magic of the adept. And that's the video, guys. That's the stream, y'all. What do y'all think of it? What do y'all rate it? Y'all mess with it? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We're gonna go for like 4 more minutes, possibly. And yeah. That was fun. That was a good comeback stream. We usually stream twice a week. Excuse me. We usually stream twice a week, but I took a long break from streaming. Can I find the audiobook on YouTube? If you join the Discord server, I'll give you a PDF of it. But you can find audiobooks of it on YouTube. You won't find the commentary. This specific publication of this book has commentary on it, and what I've been reading for majority of the time has been commentary. But you won't find like an audiobook of the commentary, but you will find an audiobook of the actual text for sure. It's called Liber. Look, it's called Liber Cordis Sinti Serpente or Liber 65. That's what it's called. Well, you seem to have been the only competent person in the stream. What did you think of the text? We're gonna tackle, and if you liked what we did this stream, you can probably pull up next week. We do this every Thursday. I'm gonna try to do this every Thursday. I'm not gonna say we do this every Thursday, but I'm gonna try to do this every Thursday. You know, so yeah. Was it about building consciousness? It's about a relationship with your higher genius, is what it's about. It's about a relationship with your guardian angel. In a ceremonial magic, the knowledge, it's called knowledge and conversation. And in ceremonial magic, attaining knowledge and conversation of one's holy guardian angel is key. So the guardian angel is not just so in a colloquial sense, right? A guardian angel is a protector of the self during dire times. But more than that, in a magical sense, the guardian angel is your higher intellect. It's a higher version of you, essentially. Well, everybody, that has been the stream. I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. So you are trying to tap into the higher self. We're trying to learn. We're just trying to learn. Oh, welcome to the stream. Oh man, you just came. You just came to the last minute of the stream. I'll try to answer that question, but welcome to the stream. We got a fucking bell. It's okay. How you connect a something? Isn't that haram? Yo, I'm gonna scare you, okay? I'm gonna scare you. Do you mind if I scare you? 74 baseline, you mind if I scare you? Mind if I scare you, 74 baseman? With something? I think Anna knows what I'm about to pull out. I practice this. This is a baseline to understanding magic from an Islamic context. And yes, sihr is haram, right? So like malefic, baneful sorcery. So there's a distinction between sorcery and wisdom, right? So theurgical practices and understanding the higher aspects of the self and working with angelic forces and higher kind of like workings, that's not, I mean, obviously, like Orthodox Muslim. Let's get this straight, right? Across the board, any Orthodox Muslims, no Orthodox Muslim gonna say that magic is halal in any way, shape, or form, right? But in the context of occultic Islam, uh, the practice, the theurgical practice, is not considered magic. In this, and I could be murdered if I had this book across Arabian customs, like across, not even just Arabian, Middle Eastern custom in general, Iran, Iraq, Qatar, UAE, Saudi, Yemen, uh, anywhere. If I am caught with this book anywhere, I am a dead man. But if you read the theory portion of the Shams al Ma'arif, which is I guess like an ethics of it, it explains how the theurgical practices are called hikmat, or wisdom, right? So I would agree that, like I don't practice any baneful or offensive magic. That's like haram across the board, right? That's haram across the board, right? And that, in my opinion, is what is considered sihr, right? So sihr is any sort of baneful or offensive or malefic magic, right? So sihr is like basically like it's like offensive. Basically, it's like, but hikmat is inner, right? It's inner working, it's self development, and um not all Sufis practice magic. So you have, also it depends on what you mean by Sufi too. So by Sufi, oh my god, I almost slipped off my stool. But if by Sufi you mean like Islamic mystic, even then that's not necessarily true. So you have, okay, so let me kind of fractalize things for a second, okay? So in mainstream religion, you have an exoteric and an esoteric, an orthodox and a mystical, right? But then within the mystical framework, there's another schism in there between an orthodox mystic and an occult mystic, right? So in Sufism, you have Sufis that still very much subscribe to the Sharia and the Salaf, right? There's very much like Sufis that are still subscribed to the Salaf and the Sunnah, but on the flip side, right, you have the Hermeticists and the occultists that use more of the Hermeticism as like the basis for understanding the Quran. So that's a huge difference, right? Similarities being, though, that I still pray 5 times a day, or I just try to pray 5 times a day. I still make dua and dhikr. It's just all with a different intention. It's not to secure some reward room in the afterlife. It's to achieve a inner knowing, and it's to achieve a higher sense of understanding. It's also to gain contact. The mystic Sufis wrote those books of magic. They have dances and chants. Again, like mystic Sufis. I mean that you're basically saying mystic because Sufi. I mean Sufi just means Suf, which means like woolly ones. Like if we're going to like the actual etymology of Sufi, it means those who wear wool, and that's because a lot of the mystics of the Islamic faith would practice poverty. It's gonna sound like a swear word. I've sworn before, but it's called fakr, right? Fakr, and that is essentially the practice of poverty, essentially. So the Islamic mystics at the progenitors of it at least would wear wool to like signify like their impoverished lifestyle, basically. So like practicing poverty is a huge part of being a Sufi to a certain degree. Don't burn my finger, please. Like Saturn? Um, what did they get out of practicing poverty? You'd have to ask them. Oh wait, they're all dead. But what did they get out of practicing poverty? A minimalist lifestyle, I would assume, at the very least, a more minimalist lifestyle. What? Oh, yo, hold up. Are you new to the stream? Uh, Here, welcome to the stream. You gotta stand up and shake. Hey yo. I can shake this candle, and the candle is way hotter than my ass. So I mean, like, I'll shake the candle for you. Um, Kyrie 24. And Nova and Supnova, even though I don't like your comment, you get a bell too. You get a bell too, Supnova, for commenting on the stream. What are the magic rituals in Thelema referring to when they call on Egyptian gods? Was it like reaching out to aspects of the mind? I think so. I think so. Or like a Nokian stuff. Oh, you want to see a Nokian, brother? You want to see a Nokian, brother? I got the whole fucking arsenal in my room. I got the whole arsenal in my room, fam. Like, I got the whole arsenal in my room. I'm a schizoid syncretic practitioner. I got the whole Enochian arsenal in my room. I got all 4 watchtowers, fam. So yeah. Yeah, I do think that pantheistic god forms are aspects of the mind to a certain degree. I do definitely think that for sure. Yeah, watchtowers, yeah. I got the watchtowers. Get out of here. No dogma allowed. Also, no one's disagreeing with you that Jesus is king. We just see it in a different way. Yo, do religious people not realize that just saying your argument super loudly does not get you anywhere? Does religious people not understand that? Like, look, I like to think of it from my perspective, right? Like, if I was trying to proselytize people about my occult practices, if I just said magic is true and then just leave the cult without any argument, like, who is that really helping except for people who agree with me? Oh, check this out, by the way, guys. I got this kaleidoscope. I bought this kaleidoscope when I was downtown the other day. Ooh. 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 I do actually. I've never actually seen a. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's kind of my own flavor. You should check out more hopefully I'm pronouncing it like Kyrie. You should check out the channel. We have a huge arsenal of videos basically describing the thingamabobber, like the practice and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, it's a reconstruction. I'm a reconstructionist. I'm reconstructing the Islamic occult practices and whatnot. So yeah, everyone join the Discord server. We can continue conversations there. But I was supposed to leave 10 minutes ago. But yeah. Um I'm sure y'all have tons of questions and tons of inquiries, but I would like to leave at some point. You are not holding me hostage. I'm not stuck here with y'all. Y'all are stuck here with me. How often do you go live? I This is the comeback stream. We if the live turns out well like this again, we'll go live twice or three times a week. I also have a TikTok page too. It's called the Gnostic Muslim, TheGnosticMuslim. So I'd be one of the ones to debate how Islamic Constitution is. Oh, true. I mean, yeah. I mean, by Orthodox standards, absolutely, it's not Islamic at all. But um, I'm not gonna. I don't take heed to what they say, because I have a Gnosticism. I mean, sort of. I mean, I kind of distance myself from Gnosticism a little bit, but I'm in this context I'm using Gnostic as like an umbrella term for like just like a generally speaking like like mystical view, basically. It's also in reference to one of my friends, the Gnostic Christian. Everything I do is some sort of complex reference to something. But yeah, reconstruction, you say I'd be the ones. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of blanks when you read us some Crowley. We just finished, bro. Oh, by the way, you get a bell for joining the stream. Does Islam oppose occultism? Orthodox definitely does. Orthodoxy definitely does. But all orthodoxy across the board in any religion opposes occultism, though. Orthodoxy across the board in any religion. Judaism, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, Islam. Every single Orthodox religion opposes occultism because it's the antithesis to it. It is the opposition to it. All religions across the board are against occultism. Like, we are not charting on Orthodox territory here whatsoever. And you know what's funny? Fundamentalists dislike that distinction like so much. It's like, how can I not distinguish it between occult and orthodoxy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why are you calling me an orthodox practitioner? Because that's what it is. Like, that's what it is. That's what it entails. Like, Eastern Oriental. It's funny you say Eastern because I have a contingency plan, eh? If I've mentioned this many times before, but if I were to quit occultism, I would no longer be Muslim. Occultism actually holds my Islam together. I cannot make sense of the Islamic faith without occultism. If I were to not be an occultist, I would be an Eastern Orthodox Christian. I've said that so many times to people. I'm like, my occultism is what holds my Islam together. It's what holds my Islamic faith together. Without my occultism, there is no reason why I think I would practice Islam, right? So it's like, for me, it's like occultism is what binds together my Islamic faith. What do you think on sigils and symbolic stuff? You should have both, something esoteric and esoteric. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, like, I keep the sacrament. So the sacraments, like, I pray Salah. Try to pray it 5 times a day. What do you think of sigils and symbol stuff? I'm a graphic designer since I was a kid, drawing limb symbols that I made up everywhere for good luck. Then my parents were like, damn. Why does occultism keep you Muslim? Occultism keeps me Muslim because it makes sense of glaringly daunting Quranic scriptures that I couldn't make sense of in my Orthodox paradigm. It makes sense of a lot of things. Like, for example, in Surah Mu'min chapter 23 verse 5 to 6, it talks about those who guard their modesty, lest save for their wives and for what their right hands possess. So it's like, if you're reading that on an Orthodox level, you're thinking that's talking about sex slaves, and I'm not fucking with that at all. Like, but if you read it from an occult level, Surah Mu'min is about the 12 zodiac signs and the 7 planets. Which, if you guys want a video on that, I will make that. But Surah Mu'min, the first 12 verses of Surah Mu'min are about the 12 zodiac signs. So like I actually I don't have it right in my I don't have it in my fucking folder right now. I usually have like my shit like loaded with folders. But yeah, a lot of this information comes from Sakal Smith. Sakal Smith. Yeah, I might have to. There is no hairline. The hairline is the hairline is non-existent. I'm balding at 22 years old, man. Guys, please take care of your hair. Don't be like me. Yo, I don't know if I have a big forehead or just a receding hairline. I think it's both, probably. Oh, by the way, you get it. Do you think there's a genetic root component of different magical traditions? Um. Oh shit, it's a lot of questions. Yo. I'd love to answer all these, but I must go. I must go. Y'all keeping me hostage. I'm not. No, y'all aren't necessarily keeping me hostage. I'm just really excited because it's like I've always wanted to stream again. Oh, thank you. I'm single, by the way. Um, don't be deceived by the ring. Don't be deceived by the ring. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. Actually, this funny thing about that, I actually do kind of, yeah, speedrun answers type shit. Yeah, I probably will be able to do that. I'll speedrun answers, but what's it called? The right hand is for giving and the left hand's for receiving. So, in terms of marriage or like, I know I'm going off topic, but in terms of like, fidelity or marriage, right? I have the giving hand. I have the giving hand, locked in because I don't trust myself enough to give love anymore. But I have the receiving hand open because I'm open to receiving, right? So it's like my ring finger on my given hand is taken already by myself, but my ring finger on my receiving hand is open. Yo, are my parents cousins? Hi, yo. What do you think about cousin marriage? Your prophet. Yo. Yo, you're going too deep into my lore right now, bro. They're like, yo, that's crazy. What do you think of cousin marriage? Your prophet approved of it. I mean, if you read hadiths, I mean, like, uh, if you factor in the sunnah, I mean, uh, bruh. Oh, by the way, even though you're being vindictive right now, you did technically just comment for the first time, so you get a bell. Are your parents cousins? Yo, I think I'd be kind of no, never mind. I think I'd be a little bit like I think there'd be something wrong with me if my parents were cousins. I think that's like what's it called? I hope I didn't offend anybody, but what do I think about cousin marriage? Woo, that's loaded. Uh, yeah, okay. I'm not being inaccurate when I say that. Yeah, there would be something incredibly wrong with me if my parents were close cousins. But yeah. Um, what's it called? Let me just put this fence out right now, okay? Okay. The difference between Hermetic Muslims and Orthodox Muslims is very simple, right? It's very simple. I've never disagreed more. You can't read interpreting yourself. There's no context about. There's definitely about thing mysticism. I never disagreed more. You can't read and interpret things yourself. There's context and valid explanation of things. There's definitely middle ground, but I don't think mysticism is the answer. Fair enough. You're allowed to disagree. But the only difference is I'm not gonna tell you you're going to hell for disagreeing. Um, and also it's not just my own understanding too. Funny enough, there is like a continuity with like there's a sense of continuity with reading scripture. Um, and again, like I said, like I have sources for this. I'm not just pulling it out of my ass all the time, right? Is some of the stuff I'm saying pulling out of my ass? Possibly, right? But there is a continuity to finding occultism in the Quran and in the Bible too. I have a Bible right here. What do you think I do with the Bible? I have Ayatul Kursi in the Bible too, but possibly, but yeah, you're allowed to disagree. Like I in a world where almost nothing is certain except for passing away, right? I wouldn't want to be certainly correct of what I believe in. You know, I wouldn't want to be certainly correct of what I believe in, because I think that's the battle cry of a loser. It's not even just about casting judgment who's going to hell or heaven though. It's about who's understanding, like, what criteria that person's understanding scripture from. Let's do some posture yoga. I do have the yoga already. Show us your room. It's kind of a mess right now. I don't want to. I kind of did already show my. This is my whole room actually. This is my whole room actually. Funny enough, it's a little prison cell at the moment, where I'm banished by my family to ramble on to random people over the internet for the rest of my life. But it's not just about judging people whether they're going to hell or heaven. It's about judging people based off of what their criteria is on how they see scripture, right? I'm not just coming. If all of this was just my own understanding, I wouldn't have too much of a solid ground to stand upon. If it was all just my own understanding, right? So it's like, how do I say this? Understanding understanding scripture from an occult perspective is more than just you having an epiphany and you kind of putting random puzzle pieces together. That's more than what it is. It's there has to be a sort of continuity in it. There has to be a continuity and there has to be a criteria. Jeez, bro, this man asking all the crazy questions, bro. Bro, we are not Orthodox Muslims, bro. We are not. We do not subscribe to Orthodoxy. How do you feel about child marriage in Islam? I think it's terrible, bro. I think it's terrible. This guy right here, yeah, he went on a call to live expecting an Orthodox answer. In every Islamic majority country, there are millions of child brides. I mean, like, fuck, man. Like, he's not being facetious though. It's a genuine inquiry. Like, I'm hoping it is, at least. But fuck. I mean, I knew I was gonna get these hard questions. I knew eventually, as I was growing a bigger platform, I'm gonna get. There's certain rules we all have to agree on and understand. They're just a no go completely, like shirk and innovation is a form of it. No. Yeah, but the thing is that what's it called? Fuck. Like, in terms of shirk and bid'ah, like I said, like, I don't interpret what is considered shirk or bid'ah the way I'm somewhat of an anarchist against the Islamic government. I'm an anarchist by all means. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe the Islamic faith should be ruled by the people and for the people. I disagree wholly entirely with the ulama and with how the government is run in Islamic countries. Bro, I live in Canada. I would not ever co-sign that stuff, but what's it called? So again, like, there's still a criteria. It's just based on something different. Shirk, in my view, is hard duality. It's hard dualism. So it's like dualism, like associating dualistic properties to non-dualistic phenomenon. Now again, that's not just coming out of my ass. That's coming out of a genuine place of understanding what these concepts mean, right? Like, understanding that understanding what these concepts actually mean from an occult perspective. I would agree there is certain rules that we have to agree on, though, for sure. Um, and in terms of like innovating, I think that you would have to have a, again, like I said, it's all based on criteria. It's all based on what you're like. For example, like, yeah, not even just associating with the creator. In a way, I'm a bit stricter on that. I'm more strict in the aspect of it's in general being heavily dualistic. The real shirk is duality. It's heavy. It's hard duality. That's what the real shirk is. It's hard duality because duality infringes on the oneness of nature, right? Hard duality infringes on the oneness of nature and oneness of God, right? So it's like if you're thinking that duality applies to something like God, then you're committing shirk, in my opinion. Not even just in my opinion. That's pretty much like how it works. Is like you applying duality to God, basically. Second of all, in terms of innovation, I mean, I'm not gonna like, in terms of keeping sacraments, I don't innovate at all in terms of keeping sacraments. It's like it's not like for example, like Ramadan is coming pretty soon, right? It's not like I'm gonna like innovate my own way of fasting. Like I still fast the same procedural way, right? I still pray the same procedural way. Pray with a Shafi jurisprudence, by the way. So I still pray the same way. How you deal with inherently Islamic problems was plagued with, for example, over 1%. So how do we deal with the inherently Islamic problems the world are currently plagued with? For example, they're over 1.7. We take the government over. That's what we do. The government is corrupt. It's anarchy. That's the answer. Because here's the thing, right? The Islamic faith has been plagued with totalitarianism by spiritually bankrupt scholars and spiritually bankrupt fucking authorities. So I'm not gonna like speak too much about what that means to take it over because I'm not a warmonger, but I mean like dude, like it's important to understand that occultism in the Islamic faith is, I believe it stems from Sharia law. Whenever Islam gains power over a country, Sharia law takes root and the problem begins to emerge. Yeah, I think it comes from literalism of Sharia though. I don't think it comes from genuine Sharia law. I think it comes from literalism, like scriptural literalism. Because Christianity has at least a cop out and where like because there are just, honestly there are just as, if not, I'm not trying to justify anything, but there are just as, if not worse, like laws that are put on the world in the Torah and like the Old Testament. But Christianity gets to cop out and be like, well, we don't follow that anymore, we follow the rules of Christ, right? So understanding that these books are magic books, that's my whole agenda here, is that these books are books of magic. These books are not books of like my morals come from a completely different place. My morals do not come from these books, bro. Like I want to make that very clear. My morals come from a completely different place. The Christian Renaissance saved Christian nations. Islam did to have the Renaissance. So many Islamic nations are still following 7th century Islam. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Islamic Golden Age, like, you had an outpour of Hellenism in the Islamic faith. You had an outpour of Hellenism in it, right? You had, like, Aristotelian Muslims, Neoplatonic Muslims, Socratic Muslims, but most importantly, Hermetic and astrological Muslims. Some of the, like, hold up. This is what I'm going to be studying this Ramadan. The most prolific text on Western astrology is written by a Muslim. So this is the Guide al-Hakim or the Picatrix. So it's like the Renaissance wasn't just Christian. There was this book was written during the Renaissance too, and it's an Islamic occult text. So the Renaissance isn't just Christian. The Renaissance had Islamic elements in it too. It's just all kind of like wiped away throughout history. I Funny enough though, I will agree on this though. I've said this many times. I think the Islamic faith is in a dark age, and I think it's kind of indisputable in my opinion that the Islamic faith is in a dark age. For many different reasons, I think this, but I do believe that the Islamic. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I do believe the Islamic faith is in somewhat of a dark age. Yeah, it would probably disturb me too if you didn't if you don't know the magic behind it. Yeah, it probably disturb me too. I do think that Islam's currently in a dark age though, and am I the one who's gonna take it out? Probably not. I'm on my Tupac shit right now in the aspect of Tupac Shakur said, "I will not change the world, but I will spark the mind to change the world." But how are you doing on a spiritual level? Oh, welcome to the stream. You get a bell for entering the stream. How are you doing on spiritual level? Tupac was also hella gay. Yo, you're missing the point entirely, man. You're missing the point entirely. I was just quoting him to understand, to get y'all to understand. I don't personally think me of myself, of my own authority, is gonna bring bring Islam out of the dark place. Yeah, but he was gay. Yo, you're missing the point, man. Like the point is that I do believe in dark age as opposed to what? Do you agree the Quran is the word of God or not? Dark age is opposed to what? Dark age is opposed to the Islamic golden age. Simple. Do you agree that the Quran is the word of God or not? It's the grimoire, bro. It's a grimoire, just like the Bible is. The Bible and the Quran are grimoires, like they're the word of the cosmos. The word of God, the logos is a manifest thing. The word of God is a manifest thing. It's not an inanimate object, right? The word of God is a manifest, like physical thing. Even in the Quran, it talks about this. It talks about how, within God's presence is a mother of the Quran, is the I think the hadith should also be scrapped. A lot of the problems stem from Islamic men follow the hadith, so we follow the Quran. Some stuff the hadith promotes crimes. Yeah, so occultic Muslims don't really use hadiths. Not even because it contradicts it. I actually kind of believe hadiths were made as an opposition towards occultism, actually. Because if you look at everything in hadith literature, it is 100% against what I'm doing. Like, everything in hadith literature is against what I'm doing. Like, to the point, and to the point where it even outwardly names what I am, what some of my practices, like ilma ramal. I am highly hadith skeptical. You should be, bro, because even Yasser Qadi said that even Yasser Qadi said, like, had to come out and say that in an actual serious academic field, the hadith sciences, like the isnad. So if y'all aren't familiar, there's something called isnad, right? Where it's the look. I can't believe it's coming to this, y'all. I can't believe it's coming to this. Give me a second. Oi. Give me a second, okay? I can't believe it is coming to this. I'm not trying to show this off by any means, but these are my credentials, okay? It's not a yeah, I'm going off on tangents, but these are my credentials, okay? It's not from a post-secondary institution, but it is from a third party, and yeah, I've studied this for quite a while, okay? So I just want to point that out. I'm not just pulling this out of my ass all the time. have I made takes that are like a lot of just my own opinion? Of course, everyone has, but I'll, the genuine idea is to understand that there is a criteria to the occultism. There's not just, oh, I like this, I don't like this, I like this, I don't like this. Oh man, where are you from, brother? Sometime I see. Okay, I'm gonna answer this one by one, piece by piece. Okay, the UK. Oh damn, bro. Yo, my heart bleeds for you, buddy. My heart bleeds for you, bro. The UK is like a huge fucking Yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna say too much. Oh man. Yeah, bro. The UK. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Yo, Canada, it's kind of happening a little bit here too in Canada, but like, oh, the UK got it worst. The UK is cooked, brother. Yo, the UK is cooked, bro. Damn, this guy's from the UK, dude. That's why you have such strong opinions. Yeah, okay, yeah. If I was from the UK and I saw all the atrocities that people are doing in there in the name of Islam, yeah, I'd probably be angry too and stuff like that. UK makes me glad to be American. UK makes me glad to be in North America in general, fam. I'm like, yo, y'all got it rough, man. But okay, I'm gonna try to answer these progressively. I got time. I did say I was gonna leave like 30 minutes ago, but like I don't care. Like I don't got shit else to do today. I they cut my hours at work, guys. So I get to come home earlier now. So um yeah. I also want to say there was okay. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. Also, thank you, Eben, for letting me know that I should finish a single thought. I do be very tangential at times, but in my defense, there are multiple people commenting, and I'm getting sidetracked because of that. It'd be easier if it was a one-on-one conversation, but it's not. It's a 6v1. Yeah, I mean, what is this shit? This is the fucking EDO. You're saying you're colonizing the UK? Dude, what are these dumb generalizations? I didn't say so about colonization. I just said that the UK is cooked. UK is cooked right now, bro. And make a 3 pointer right now. The thing. I don't have my basketball. I lost my basketball. Yeah, I used to shoot hoops on these when I was a kid. I've been living in this house since I was like 2 years old. So yeah. Um I actually forgot I had that, funny enough. It's such a like a background of me. Which this is the fucking EDO, the fucking EDO. You say you're colonizing the UK due to these dumb generalizations. I'm dead about that. I'm dead about that statement. That's crazy. Um I mean you're like you can't I think the reason why orthodoxy doesn't like I think orthodoxy across the board doesn't like you to question things. I don't even think it's like I don't even think it's like even discriminate towards like Islam by any means. I think orthodoxy across the board hates questioning because it's like okay, so the reason why I have an issue with saying that you can't question is because it's under the presumption that God spoke it to me directly. Like if God was saying something to me directly, sure, I wouldn't I would have trouble questioning it. But that's not what happened. What happened is God said it in the book through a prophet, through a person, and you're relating it through like a medium, through a medium, through a medium, through a medium, through a medium, and then you're telling me not to question it, right? So like the disingenuity I find in people saying you can't question is they're acting like God said it to us directly. Prophet Crollo, yo, I gotta get the Crollo shit back, bro. Not really a prophet, but like, yeah, Mufti Crollo. Where's my squad at? Yes, I am a woman. Welcome to the stream. You get a bell for entering the chat. This one I can see the thing I'm on. Yeah, I got the bandit secret right here, man. But oh man, yo, we were supposed to end stream 40 minutes ago. I wanted to, but I honestly, the stream was dead for like the first hour. The stream was dead for the first hour. Like it was like 2 viewers, and now it's like skyrocketed. Like people just want to know now. People want to know what going on with me. Like, yo, if only the people who bullied me back in high school would see me now. Stream on Twitch/Kick instead. I like YouTube though. I don't know. I have to get you. I'm already on like 3 platforms. I'm on Discord, YouTube, and TikTok. Like I don't want to add another platform to my arsenal. Oh, and Reddit too. I'm on Discord, YouTube, TikTok, and Reddit. Those four is like the brain rot fucking like 4 horsemen of the brain rot, bro. Like okay. Let me try to change the subject, okay? Because we got a little bit political. The 4 horsemen of brain rot. Which would YouTube be? YouTube would be the red horse, obviously, right? Which would be the white horse? Which would be the black horse? And which would be the green horse? My Reddit, shelter correct. Just so shut up. No spaces. Shelter correct. But yee. Is the stream gonna die out? Like I'm overusing my throat chakra here. No, I lit a candle for the stream, so I was like thinking to myself, I was like, yo, I was thinking to myself, I was like, god damn, like like hopefully the candle gives some sort of like abundance. And funny enough, when the candle burned out, that's when the stream started popping again. I don't know what that is. Also, I'm pacing around my room, but yee. The candle was protecting me from the swarm of questions. I guess it was, because when it went out, I started getting swarmed with questions now. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, the throat chakra. Oh, interesting. Okay. Look, I'll strike a deal with y'all. Okay, I'll strike a deal with y'all. You guys want to strike a deal with the devil? If y'all want to keep up the conversation, we can keep it up in the next 13 minutes. It's almost 11 here. So we'll keep it up in the next 13 minutes, and then I'll go for good. But rapid fire round, okay? Last 10 or 13 minutes of the 10:47. You got it, yeah. So it's like, could you continue what you explained about innovation? Sure, you got sidetracked again. I know, because so much people fucking asking questions. But in terms of innovation, I don't add anything to the sacraments. Ain't no abundance in the candle, just pure unlucky. On God. Okay, innovation. Okay, in terms of innovation, I add nothing to the sacraments. I don't pray 5 rakats on Zuhr. I don't I don't pray 3 rakats on Fajr, right? Fajr will always be 2 rakats. Zuhr will always be 4. That type of deal, right? So in terms of sacraments, that's really important to not add on to. I would agree. I still pay the alms tax. I still fast during the same windows. Ramadan is still the same, relatively the same time, not even relatively, actually the same time, right? So in terms of sacramental practices, yeah, I'm still there. Like I'm still there. I don't add on to like I don't be like, oh, you now have to say this dua at the end of it in order to like do this or that or stuff like that. Like no, that's not what I'm really in it for. The practice is relative. No, I want to say the practice is relatively the same because I do magical practices, but the sacramental practices are what. Yes, the 5 pillars. Yeah, yeah. The sacraments are the 5 pillars. The only thing I'm having choppiness with is the Hajj, right? Because I don't want to. I don't want to like financially support a tyrannical government, and that's what you kind of have to do by buying into the Hajj pilgrimage. But even if you want to go with what the Quran says that if it should only be by people who have the means to do it, right? But yeah, the 5 pillars are okay. In terms of shahada, though, that's probably really important, right? So I did a speech at the here. Let me see. I know I'm getting sidetracked again. I'm sorry, but I can't help it. I did a speech at the University of Toronto about the nature of La ilaha illallah, right? The first pillar, right? What that is not a creed. It's a revelation, right? It's something that you gain when you attain marifat or experiential knowledge. So once you attain so basically like I'll break down the 5 pillars for you. Shahada, which is you witnessing, not you believing, right? You witnessing that there's nothing but God, right? You witnessing that there's that's what shahada means. Shahada does not mean belief, it means testimony, right? So and it's like shahada means that you testify God's non-dual nature, right? So the first pillar witnessing God's non-dual nature, God's oneness, right? The second is keeping the prayers, right? Keeping the 5 daily prayers. Like I said, like the sacraments to me are that, right? You're keeping the 5 daily prayers, right? You're not like changing anything, you're not like innovating anything. No, you just cut and dry, like do the 5 prayers. Third is siyam, right? Or is it no, it's is it? No, it's zakat. Yeah, the alms tax, right? So you don't add 3.5, you don't add 1.5. No, it's still 2.5%, right? So you keep the same alms tax. Siam is pretty much the same thing. The only choppy part at this point, I mean, if you want to argue about the shahada, it's choppy because I'm not associating it with like the typical understanding. Fine, beginning and last, then it's choppy then. But the only really glaringly choppy one in my view is what's it called? Is the Hajj pilgrimage. That I'm having hard time understanding because I feel like that's not a thing in Christianity and Judaism, right? Like Christianity and Judaism. I mean, it is kind of a thing in certain Jewish sects, but but it's not like universally accepted by all Jewish practitioners that you must pilgrimage to Jerusalem to like keep your connection with God, right? So it's like the choppiest part for me in terms of keeping the sacraments is the Hajj pilgrimage. That's why I will admit to falling short on my own shortcomings, is where I'm failing to understand the significance of the Hajj pilgrimage, but because again, like if you guys do realize the Saud family is like one of the richest families of all time. I think they're actually the richest family of all time. Why is that? Because of the Hajj money. The Hajj money makes them rich. Dude, you know Hajj is like 20 bands at least, fam. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like Hajj would literally like cost you like thousands, fam. Like like the fact like the fact that they made Hajj a business, right? Is like it's already leaning me the wrong way on like what this sacrament actually is. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the only sacrament I'm not gonna say I refuse to keep, but yo, I'm it's not. I just nah. I'm not gonna say too much, but I do want to visit Mecca one day. I do want to visit Mecca one day and at least do Umrah at least do Umrah at least. But if I can't do Hajj, I would at least want to do Umrah. But I want to visit Mecca because I do believe in the power of landmass, right? And landmass does have spiritual significance, right? But it's noticeable. Notice how this it's not universally accepted in Judaism and Christianity that you have to pilgrimage to Jerusalem, right? Some rabbinical sects believe. I don't really know anything about Noki magic and stuff. Is that strict to do magic with angels and similar ideas parts of your own mind? I do believe they're parts of my own mind. I don't believe the angels are necessarily a higher existence or stuff like that. And yeah, I mean when I'm hold up, sorry. Let me get my ugly face out of the picture. When I'm doing an OK magic, all I'm doing is I'm just scrying the watchtowers and reciting the calls over it basically. So yeah, like that's all I've done so far. I kind of had to take a break from it. Oh hey Nova, how are you, buddy? You get welcome to the stream. You get a bell for entering the stream. You get to enter in the last 5 minutes. But yeah, like that's the choppiest part for me is like the Hajj. It's like because if here's the thing, right? If you want to foster a world religion, why would you make it then centered on a specific nation to keep the sacraments? That's what I'm like kind of stuck on. That's the thing I'm really stuck on at the moment. Like, cause I want to say keep the rest of the sacraments. I'm not gonna say I keep it like perfectly. I definitely like mess up with my fasting. I definitely mess up with my salah. Shahada isn't like something you just say. You actually experience it firsthand. So I want to say I've experienced witnessing God's oneness for myself. But in terms of Hajj, I'm hoping other people can help me with this because I don't have too much of an understanding as to what this could entail from an occultic perspective. But yeah. Like I said no, I was welcome to the chat. You get a bell. No, I was raised Muslim. I was raised Sunni Salafi. I was raised Sunni Salafi Hanafi. If you look at my skin complexion, you could probably guess that I'm good. Half Gujarati. So like, in the I don't speak a lick of Gujarati though. I'm very whitewashed. But in my region, the Gujarati population is mainly Hanafi jurisprudence. So I was raised with Hanafi jurisprudence. Yeah. I was raised Sunni Salafi Hanafi. Kemcho? Oh my god, that's the one word I know. How are you? I don't even know how to respond to it. That's the one word I know. How are you? How did you know it's the one word I know? Yo, it's the one word I know. I think I know how to say sit down is like Besija. I know how to say come here, sit down, and how are you? It's like, yo, I swear I know more Enochian than I know freaking Gujarati, bro. I know more of John Dee's made up angel language than I know freaking Gujarati. Kerala. See, I don't even know what that is. I don't have any family members left in India. I follow Christianity because of Jesus. However, Muhammad's followed because of his actions. However, he's considered a perfect example in this way. How do you feel about that? Um, come join the Discord server. I'm gonna leave in a minute, but come join the Discord server. I'm gonna. It's in my channel's description. We can have a long talk about this. Jesus died in a knife fight for your sin. Jeez, bruh. Why are you saying that? Because he's from the UK? But yeah. UK Jesus. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I promised I was gonna cut at like 11. So this is the last minute of the stream. I'm sorry if I'm giving y'all vertigo. What do you send your parents think of your view of this song? They're very liberalistic. They are pretty like indifferent towards it. If I do any major screw ups and stuff like that in my life, they'll kind of wail on me a little bit about my beliefs, but they've kind of lived with it for a while. I've been seriously practicing occultism for 3 years. So it's like I've been at this for a while, right? It's not like I just woke up one day. I was kind of like that, but it's not like I was just suddenly like, oh, like I don't want to be part of my upbringing anymore. Really? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of lucked out on my Muslim family. Like, not to get too deep into my family lore because that's personal, but like, most of the. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm saying this as like a general thing to just understand. Most of the women in my family don't even really observe hijab like that. Um, but yeah, that's cool. They're indifferent. I think they would hang. Yo, all right, guys. I really need to cut it out, but because I don't want to be chronically online anymore. Tyrone, I can't believe you came at the last second. But what last thing we'll do is we'll strike the bell for Tyrone. We'll strike the bell for Celeste, Matai. We'll strike the bell for Kinzel. I don't know if I struck the bell for Kinzel, but we'll strike the bell for Aten Mac, and we'll strike the bell for Down syndrome G. So how many is that? It's like 4 people. I struck it 3 times. So yeah. I'll make it sing too. All right. That actually calmed me down. I'm not like I don't have like the urge to pace my room as much anymore. So that's the stream. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel will probably answer most of y'all's questions. The Discord server will too. Hopefully, that's kind of what I'm here for. Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Um, this has been the Iguanas Tahab, or the Brethren of Gold in English, for streaming. My name is Ken, also known as Mufti Krolo. Um, yeah. Good night, everyone. Peace out. Now I'm gonna stare at you blankly for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,